Scandinavian 4094, gate 68, request pushback.
Scandinavian 4094, Gardermoen ground, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved, face northwest, Scandinavian 4094A.
Cabin crew, seats for departure, please. Seats for departure.
Scandinavian 315, gate 65 taxi via Alpha 6, Victor Zulu Juliet.
Gate 65 via Alpha 6, Victor Zulu Juliet, Scandinavian 315.
Scandinavian 4094, ready to taxi to the active.
Scandinavian 4094, runway 01 left taxi via Golf, November Alpha 1.
Runway 01 left taxi via Golf, November, Alpha 1, Scandinavian 4094, here.
Nordic 276, contact Gardermoen Tower 118.305.
Over to Tower 118.305, Nordic 276.
Scandinavian 1456, Gardermoen Tower, continue.
Wilco, Scandinavian 1456.
Nordic 276, holding short, runway 01 left.
Nordic 276, hold short of 01 left.
Roger, hold short of 01 left, Nordic 276.
Scandinavian 4417, wind variable, runway 01 left cleared to land.
Runway 01 left cleared to land, Scandinavian 4417.
Nordic 91 Hotel, monitor ground 121.605. Have a good afternoon.
Ground 121.605, Nordic 91 Hotel.
Scandinavian 4417, exit right at Alpha 6. Scandinavian 4419, wind variable, runway 01 left cleared to land.
Runway 01 left cleared to land, Scandinavian 4419.
Scandinavian 4419, exit right at Alpha 6.
Exit right at Alpha 6, Scandinavian 4419.
Scandinavian 4094, ready to go, runway 01 left.
Scandinavian 4094, number 2 for departure. Hold short of 01 left.
We'll go, hold short of 01 left, Scandinavian 4094.
Scandinavian 4419, monitor ground 121.605. Have a good afternoon.
Ground 121.605, Scandinavian 4419, bye-bye.
Scandinavian 1456, wind variable, runway 01 left cleared to land.
Runway 01 left cleared to land, Scandinavian 1456.
Nordic 276, runway 01 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait. Runway 01 left, Nordic 276.
Scandinavian 1456, exit right at Alpha 6.
Exit right at Alpha 6, Scandinavian 1456.
Gardermoen Tower, Wizz Air 85 Alpha Mike, ILS runway 01 left.
Wizz Air 85 Alpha Mike, Gardermoen Tower, continue.
Roger, Wizz Air 85 Alpha Mike.
Nordic 276, Gardermoen Tower, wind variable, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff. Traffic 1 mile final, keep it rolling.
Runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff. Keep it rolling, Nordic 276.
Scandinavian 4094, runway 01 left, line up and wait.
Runway 01 left, line up and wait, Scandinavian 4094.
Scandinavian 4094, Gardermoen Tower, wind variable, runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff. Traffic 5 mile final, keep it rolling.
Runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff, keep it rolling, Scandinavian 4094.
Nordic 276, contact Oslo, departure 120.455.
Contact Oslo departure 120.455, Nordic 276. Oslo departure Nordic 276, good afternoon, 2,900 feet.
Nordic 276 Oslo departure identified. Climb to flight level 120.
Climb to flight level 120, Nordic 276.
Oslo departure, Scandinavian 4094, 2200 feet.
Scandinavian 4094, Oslo departure. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Scandinavian 4094.
All aircraft be advised. Information echo now current. QNH 0986.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be passing through with food and drink. Please check the magazine in front of you for the full menu as well as our amazing duty-free offers. Thank you.
Scandinavian 882, Oslo departure. Expect LTOC 7 Papa, runway 19 left. Expect LTOC 7 Papa, runway 19 left, Scandinavian 882. Nordic 276, contact Polaris control 118.55. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 118.55, Nordic 276. Have a good afternoon. Polaris Control, Nordic 276, good afternoon, out of flight level 105 for flight level 120.
Nordic 276, Polaris Control. Good afternoon, radar contact, climb to flight level 240.
Climb to flight level 240, Nordic 276.
Scandinavian 834, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Scandinavian 834.
Danu 951, contact Oslo, approach 118.48.
Contact Oslo approach 118.48, Danu 951.
Scandinavian for 788, contact Oslo, approach 118.48.
Contact Oslo, approach 118.48, Scandinavian 4788.
Red Nose 81 Romeo. Contact Oslo approach 118.48.
Contact Oslo approach 118.48, Red Nose 81 Romeo.
Nordic 276 ready for descent.
Nordic 276, Oslo 7 Mike, runway 21, descend to flight level 100.
Oslo 7 Mike, runway 21, descend to flight level 100, Nordic 276.
Cabin crew, prepare cabin for arrival, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now descending and preparing to land. Please ensure that your cabin bag is safely stored. Make sure your window blinds are up, seats are in upright position and your table trays are folded. Toilets are now off limits. Thank you.
Beeline 9, Echo Uniform, Ripalm 3 Lima, runway 01 left. Report ready for descent.
Ripalm 3 Lima, runway 01 left, ready for descent, Beeline 9, Echo Uniform.
Beeline 9, Echo Uniform, descend to flight level 140.
Descent to flight level 140, Beeline 9, Echo Uniform.
Wider 0192, Polaris Control, expected OP 3 Lima, runway 01 left.
Expected OP 3 Lima, runway 01 left, wider 0192.
Red Nose 41 Bravo, Ripalm 3 Lima, runway 01 left. Report ready for descent.
Ripalm 3 Lima, runway 01 left, ready for descent. Red Nose for 1 Bravo.
Red Nose 41 Bravo, descend to flight level 140.
Descend to flight level 140, Red Nose for 1 Bravo.
Scandinavian 4094, contact Sweden Control 118.0. Have a good afternoon. Scandinavian 85 Zulu, contact Oslo, approach 118.48.
Contact Oslo approach 118.48, Scandinavian 85 Zulu.
Wider 08 Delta Romeo, Polaris Control, expect Pessoa for Papa, runway 35.
Expect Pessoa for Papa, runway 35, Wider 08 Delta Romeo.
Polaris Control, Scandinavian 4039 through flight level 140 for flight level 170 direct at lap.
Scandinavian 4039, Polaris Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340, Scandinavian 4039.
Wider 192, Adobe Tree Lima, runway 01 left. Report ready for descent.
Adobe Tree Lima, runway 01 left, ready for descent, Wider 192.
Wider 192, descent to flight level 100.
Descent to flight level 100, Wider 192.
Polaris Control, Scandinavian 491. Good afternoon, descending via Aceba for Lima, flight level 141. Scandinavian 491, Polaris Control identified. Spinnaker 2542, contact Copenhagen Control 119er, decimal 43.
Center on 119er, decimal for 3, Spinnaker 2542.
Beeline 9 Echo Uniform, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Beeline 9 Echo Uniform.
Wider 08 Delta Romeo, Peso 4 Papa, runway 35. Report ready for descent.
Peso 4 Papa, runway 35, ready for descent. Wider 08 Delta Romeo.
Wider 08 Delta Romeo, descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, wider 08 Delta Romeo.
Scandinavian for 91. Contact Oslo, approach 118 decimal for 8. Contact Oslo, approach 118 decimal for 8. Scandinavian for 91. Red nose for 1 Bravo. Descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, red nose for 1 Bravo.
Nordic 276, contact Kjevik approach 118 decimal 105.
Contact Kivik approach 118 decimal 105, Nordic 276. Kivik, Nordic 276, flight level 096, we have November on board.
Nordic 276, Kjevik approach, QNH 0988. Expect the ILS runway 21 with the INSAP transition.
QNH 0988, expect the ILS runway 21 with the INSAP transition, Nordic 276.
Nordic 276, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 0988.
Descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 0988, Nordic 276.
Nordic 276, cleared direct INSAP, cross INSAP at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 21.
Cleared direct INSAP, cross INSAP at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 21, Nordic 276.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing.
All aircraft be advised information. Oscar now current. QNH 0988.
Gear down.
Nordic 276, contact Kjevik Tower 119.955.
Over to Tower 119.955, Nordic 276. Kjevik Tower, Nordic 276, ILS runway 21.
Nordic 276, Kjevik Tower, wind 045 at Fore, runway 21 cleared to land.
Runway 21 cleared to land, Nordic 276.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Minimums.
Continue.
One 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Exit next available taxiway, Nordic 276. Nordic 276, request taxi to assigned gate.
Nordic 276, ramp 14 taxi via Alpha Yankee.
Ramp 14 via Alpha, Yankee, Nordic 276.
The boarding requested. Passengers bus is coming.